Greetings everyone, this is Jency Jabba Margaret going to talk about correlation analysis. About correlation analysis, we'll see first what research is. Research is made up of two words, re and search. Re means to start over again, to begin something new, and search is to examine closely and carefully. So therefore, research is to carefully, patiently, and systematically study some field of knowledge. In other words, so it can also be told as in-depth study of something in search of new information. K.V. Rao defines research as an intensive and purposeful search for knowledge and understanding of social and physical phenomena. It is not merely an accumulation of knowledge, but a crucial and scientific analysis of social facts and formulation of generalizations as a basis of action and foresight. A research basically it answers the following six types of questions. They are what, where, why, who, when, and how. If something answers the above mentioned six questions, that is said to be research. Okay, now we'll move on to our topic, correlation analysis. Correlation analysis is nothing but a statistical method which is used to measure the strength of linear relationship between two or more variables and calculate their association. A linear relationship is a straight line relationship between two variables. It calculates the level of change in one variable due to the change in another. So, for example, if let's take x and y as two variables, correlation analysis it helps us to find the strength between the relationship formed between x and y. If there's some change in x, automatically there will be a change in y. To study the relationship between that x and y, correlation analysis helps us. So greater the correlation, greater the relationship is, stronger the relationship is. Lesser the correlation, weaker is the relationship. Okay, so correlation analysis it helps us in finding whether or not the relationship between the variables exists. It helps us to find the degree of the correlation. It helps us to find whether the relationship is strong or weak. It also helps us to study the strength of a relationship between two variables. It helps us to establish if there are possible connections between the variables. See, what is the scope of correlation analysis? So existence of correlation between two or more variables means the following. Variables can either increase or decrease together. Increase in one variable is accompanied by decrease in another and vice versa. Correlation analysis doesn't answer why there is a cause and effect between the variables. One of the variables may affect another. Like what is said in this slide is like increase in one variable, it automatically results in decrease in the other and vice versa, or like one increases and the other decreases. But like correlation analysis does not tell us why that increase and decrease happens. It doesn't tell us the effect or the cause of the increase and decrease, but just tells us the relationship between the two variables. Okay, and next point is both variables act upon each other. There will be cause and effect, but we'll not know which one causes the effect. So x may cause an effect on y, or y may cause an effect on x. We'll not know which causes the effect, but then we'll know that there's some effect that has been caused. For example, demand and supply. Influence of COVID on increase of demand and price. So in the COVID is an outside influence, like it is a third party which creates an influence on both demand and price. We'll not know whether it is the demand that results in the increase in price, or whether the increase in price results in the high demand. This is called as spurious correlation. So there are basically many types of correlation analysis. It can be divided into three based on their direction of change, based on variables, and based on proportion. Based on direction of change, it is divided into three: positive, negative, and zero correlation. Based on number of variables, it is also divided into three: simple, partial, and multiple. Based on proportion, it is divided into two: linear and non-linear. Positive correlation. So positive correlation is when increase in one variable results in increase in another variable and vice versa. Like both the variables move in the same direction in a graphical representation. For example, a person spending time in a treadmill burns more calories. So automatically, like the more time he spends on a treadmill, the more his calories will be burnt. So both the variables moves in the same direction, both increases at the same time. So this is positive correlation. Is just the opposite of that. Like when one variable increases, there's a decrease in another variable. So therefore, the variable moves in different direction in a graphical representation. Example: the more a person spends time in a treadmill, lesser will be his weight. Lesser will become his weight. So there's an opposite correlation here. So this is negative correlation. Correlation type is weak or zero correlation, like when one variable doesn't cause any kind of effect on the other. This means zero correlation. Like when a person loses weight, it doesn't affect his or her age. So this is negative correlation. We'll see the rest of the types and other methods to measure correlation in our next video. Thank you.